Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host. This Dysfunctional's World.
I'm your boy Sid, aka Mr. Let's Talk.
Let's talk.
What are we talking about today?
You tell us, sir. Devil's Gambit.
You know what? I'm not sure what we're gonna talk about today.
I mean, I got something we can talk about. I just don't know what to title it. I just want to know why women supposedly are dating all the same men. Like every time one of them get up and speak, they speak the same verbiage. And there's no possible way every man is misogynistic, narcissistic, past trauma, cheating, lying.
Right. Well, they
not bringing anything to the table.
They all have the same talking points.
Why?
Because they all reading from the same playbook. They're not doing no research. They just regurgitate what they hear online. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all they doing, because when they get past the initial statement or whatever they made, they have nothing to support what they saying. First thing they go to is, I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? Or I may not be saying it right. And it's like, well, if you know you can't support it past your initial statement, you don't need to say it. When you run around calling people misogynistic
or narcissistic,
which they can't even say correctly, you know what I'm saying?
Narcissist.
So yeah, they just. I mean, it's like, and I understand it's a difficult word to say, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna regurgitate talking points, at least say that right. You know what I'm saying?
Do we as men say the same thing about women? They're all gold diggers. They're all.
Sometimes, yes, but at least with men, you'll get different points of view. It may end up to be the same overall objective, but it's different from a different point of view, and men could substantiate what they're saying past that initial statement. You know what I'm saying? So if a man say, well, she's a gold digger, well, why do you think she's a gold digger? Well, he can tell you why. You see what I'm saying? And then if you ask him why again, to enter into that third level of defense, he still can, you know what I'm saying, support what he's saying.
Why she did, okay.
Yeah, a lot of times with women, when they saying whatever it is they're saying, if you give them another why, they can't answer that why, let alone go into that third line of defense. You know what I'm saying? With the second why. Like, well, why? Tell me what. And then they like, well, it's hard to explain, or in my head it makes sense, or you know what I'm saying? Or they start to misdirect. And that's, once again, because they all read from the same playbook. Every man who don't do what you want him to do is misogynistic or narcissistic or triggered. You know what I'm saying? Or unhealed. Like you said, past trauma.
I like the past trauma one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's always that.
I like that.
Always that. And it's like, come on, y'all.
There's a lot of grown men that grew through that.
Right. I mean, but the people
there
saying
are
it,
some men.
Everybody has past trauma, right? Everybody. Everybody. In America, you know what I'm saying? Black, white, others. Everybody has past trauma. So it's like, come on, man. Like, y'all got to stop this. And like, they be making it seem like they really analyzing, you know what I'm saying, a situation and breaking it down or something. Like, man, no. I don't understand it, because, and men do it too, right? Right? To a certain extent. When you asked that before, we read from the same playbook as well. But once again, on our side, we reading from the same playbook because the rules don't change on our side. Or we don't try to change the rules on our side. We don't try to...
I don't know. That sounds like an excuse for us, sir.
No, it's not. Okay, what I mean by that, excuse me, if traditionally we known for paying for dates,
okay,
that ain't gonna change. We don't try to change that.
Right.
We don't try to change that. We don't try to make excuses for why we do it or why we should.
If we pay for the date, and as soon as she's done eating, and you say, when can we go out again? And she says, never. That means she was probably in it just for that meal.
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah, I was just saying.
But women won't get that narrative, because women don't pay for dates for that to happen to them.
Right. Most of them don't.
But I'm just saying, like, I guess I'm using that as a base point. Like they say, men are not narcissistic, misogynistic, past trauma. Like, if every man said a woman is a gold digger, and he said at some point in his life he did something for her financially, and she didn't show appreciation, or there wasn't a part two, then most men can regurgitate that feeling.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
But like a woman can't regurgitate why she feel like this man is a narcissistic individual.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's because she's just saying something that she heard online.
I get that's where I'm going with that.
Yeah. Like I said, there's no substance. So if you like, oh, he's a narcissist, and you say why, that's the first why. So now we into the second line of defense. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because she said what she said, and you say why. Okay, now that right there, most of the time is gonna stop them because they have no answer for it. And if it does, and then you ask them why again, now you enter into that third line of defense. They have no answer for it.
He kept talking crazy to me. He kept trying to rule me, dictate. If shit wasn't going his way, he was pissed off. That could be narcissistic. That could be. Or that could just be a normal man having a bad day.
Yeah, but right, absolutely. and that's what I'm saying.
That mean I'm trying to help the point out here.
Mm-hmm.
This narcissistic point that I keep hearing, not left, not right, not in the front, all the way in the back. I just keep hearing it all the way around. And I'm like, can all these dudes be narcissistic?
No. And people need to even understand what the word means because they be using it wrong. They be using it in a place where it don't belong. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's narcissistic. Like, okay, that word don't apply right there, man. But you just want to sound smart, you know what I'm saying? And spit that out. As if you just said something just like really over the top. And it's like, come on now. Like, you really gotta know the words that you saying. Because if not, then it changes your whole point. It changes your whole point to the person that's listening to it.
Right.
So when you say misogynistic, but you don't mean it, but I'm thinking you know what you mean.
Because misogynistic means...
So now I'm listening.
It doesn't mean that he doesn't like women. It means that he does not value y'all at the same level he values men. Misogynistic. Women are less than men. Misogynistic.
They don't get it. They don't understand these...
He don't want to be in a committed relationship. That's not misogynistic. That's polyism. That means he's poly. Not misogynistic. He don't like you past having sex. That's not misogynistic. He's got a one-track mind.
Some men can compartmentalize. If you just sex, you just sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, because there's no attachment, there's no emotional attachment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of one of those things.
Did we say so, man?
Yeah, we did. I hope they caught it too, because they need to. A lot of times, you know how they say, single people keep people single.
You think so?
Yes,
okay.
I do, and that's just that's a blanket statement.
Okay.
So that don't mean it's 100%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that because a lot of times misery love company, and then a lot of times
that's
some
true.
people don't intentionally do it, but you giving advice in a situation that you currently don't know. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's like your advice is not valid or qualified.
I think there's a lot of unqualified advice givers walking around.
Absolutely. Because single, and like I said, once again, and I think that statement came about not for people doing it on purpose.
Okay.
Because I don't think single people keep people single on purpose.
Not on purpose.
It's just sometimes it's hard for a single person to give a relationship person advice. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It can happen. I'm not saying that it's not happening, because if you've been in a relationship and multiple relationships, you have the experience. So I don't want to say like just because you're single in the moment don't mean that you're not qualified. That's not what I'm saying. And that's I'm sure that's not what the saying was speaking to. You know what I'm saying? But just overall, a lot of times single people, man, you may come to them and ask them a question.
And they'll give you a single person's advice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, because the single person might tell you, man, I ain't taking that shit. True.
I would have cussed their ass out.
True.
Okay, they speaking
from a single
right. And it's like, okay, now I know damn well if I do that, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Because
Not
they're
how they
going
go the way you plan.
right. They're gonna do something back, and now both of us gonna be at each other. Then we gonna break up. And that person just they didn't mean for y'all to break up, but they was just giving you advice.
Well, sometimes, every blue moon, I believe some single people give you bad advice.
Yeah, of course, but that's what I was saying too. But
Yeah.
that's why I said it's a blanket statement, and it's not 100%.
But most of them don't do it on purpose.
Yeah, they don't do it on purpose. I don't think so.
They just be thinking about from their response statement. Because it's easy to say what you will and won't do, or what you will and won't take when you're not in that situation. You know, I said that I thought about it for a long time, what I will and won't allow from a woman, and then I found myself with these women giving them second and third chances. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. And that's because I would think because as we get older, we start to understand that, okay, every offense is not a break-upable offense.
Right.
If I said that correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and you know, we can't be so stern and hard on that and be like, oh, I'm going to get rid of them because of this. And then you start realizing, hold on. Like, as you get up there, like, hold up. That ain't no reason to break up with somebody. We could talk about that and work through that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Any other thoughts?
I'm waiting for them to get on the page of the Playbook where it's called cooperation. Since they all read from the same playbook, when they gonna get to that page of the playbook? The cooperation page where they running the triangle. You know what I'm talking about? With a smiley face on top. Like, I'm just saying, because they all read from the same playbook. They all using the same words, the same talking points, you know what I'm saying? Same everything. So, okay, so turn the page. And then turn it again and get to the point. Cooperation. That's it.
That's it for that one?
That's it. I think we covered that one pretty good.
Okay.
Y'all be sure to drop y'all comments. You know what I'm saying?
Leave a comment.
Hit the
Like,
share
comment,
button.
subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the notification bell so you know we rocking.
Absolutely.
If we make the videos private, it's not on purpose. We
Right.
will make them public. Just give us a second.
Yep. And remember, you sub to us, we
We
sub
sub
back.
back. Peace.
Oh.